بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
The next question states, Ya Akhi Hasan as-Sumaalee, we have a masjid in Toronto, Masjid Khalid ibn al-Walīd. It is a masjid that claims Salafiyya. Could you please tell us who from the people of knowledge have spoken against this masjid, if any?
Firstly and foremostly, before we speak about the actual masjid, let us ask ourselves, who did they rely upon or contact from the ulama? As we see over the last few days, they've had a conference in which Sharif Abdul Noor al-Somali has spoken. Who is Sharif Abdul Noor? Sharif Abdul Noor is a person who allows the Muslims to be jama'at, groups and parties. Sharif Abdul Noor is a man who indirectly accused Al-Albani of nifaq, hypocrisy, due to his position upon jihad. Sharif Abdul Noor is a person who called the ulama al-kibar, ulama al-sultan, scholars of the government. Sharif Abdul Noor is a man who defends Sayyid Qutb and says that the ulama who have criticized him, their books have been rejected or they've been thrown away. Referring to Sheikh Rabi'. Sharif Abdul Noor is a man who Sheikh Muqbil, many years ago, when a brother named Tahir as-Somali, Hafidahullah Ta'ala wa nas'alullah an yahfadah, from our Somali brothers who are firm upon a da'wah to Salafiyyah, who as Shaykh Muqbil ibn Hadi al-Wadi'i praised him and mentioned him in his biography from those who are mustafid, grounded in the science of hadith and in grammar. Sheikh Muqbil, upon listening to the mistakes of this man, not all of the mistakes, it was all based upon two of his statements. The one about jama'at and groups being permissible and saying it is permissible for the youth to join them. The Sheikh, based upon this, he said this man is a mubtadi'un dal mudil, a misguided innovator. And he advised the youth to stay away from him, don't listen to his tapes. But you have those people who know better than the ulama, hadahumullah. And they have better wisdom than the ulama because they spread his tapes. And we remind them of the statement of Awza'i, and we say it and we apply it to them. Awza'i was asked about a man who sat with the people of innovation and he sat with the people of sunnah. Awza'i said, هذا الرجل يريد أن يساوي بين الحق والباطل. This man, he wants to make truth and falsehood one. He wants to make truth and falsehood one. And we remind them, and Ibn Battah, he said, Sadaqa al-Awza'i. Awza'i spoke the truth, wallah. He said, and I say that this man doesn't know the difference between kufr and iman and sunnah and bid'ah. So we remind them, brothers who continue to spread the tapes of this innovator, fear your Lord, because you will be asked in front of him about poisoning this ummah. And it's better that you did feed them poison rather than give them these tapes. Because poison, the body will die, but your ta'thir, your effect, it will live. And your qiyamah, you will answer and you will have the sin of those people who got fooled by this innovator. So this masjid, they had Sharif Abdul Noor. You go to their website, you find Munajjid. And you find other than them. The imam of this masjid is a man, if you listen to his statements, you would not believe that he's somebody who has ilm. One who is at war with the manhaj of the Salaf, who belittles the scholars, and is proceeding upon a methodology which is far from the methodology of Ahlul Sunnati wal Jama'ah. Likewise, I heard a tape of one who is part of this masjid saying, Imam Ahmad had mistakes in Aqeedah. So why don't we criticize Imam Ahmad? Defending the people of bid'ah and dalala, because Imam Ahmad never had no mistakes in Aqeedah. Name one of the scholars who said this. Why did he lie upon Imam Ahmad? He lied upon Imam Ahmad to defend his hizb, his stinking group and party, and his people, because they're upon bid'ah and dalala. So he needs to lie. And Sheikh Muqbil, he said, wallahi, and it's on tape, when we asked him, I went to him and asked him about a lie that the people were spreading from Britain about an individual. The Sheikh said, Al-Hizbiyun ma baqiya indahum illa al-kadhib. The Hizbis, they don't have except lies. That's all they got left with them. No truth, but Khalid. And you will hear from these people, Khalid, because that's all they have. So this person, he lied upon Imam Ahmad. And he didn't realize that this kalima, it was being recorded and written. Likewise, you will find from them a group known Ittihad, a group from the Somali community, Sururiya, Qutubiyya, Jal, Khawarij of this age, who believe and they fought against Muslims and killed them and believed that this was permissible in the name of jihad. And you will find these people in their masjid, and they are one because Ahlul Bid'ah, they unite upon their war against Ahlul Sunnah. They are one and they are united. They don't speak about, they don't warn against one another due to the innovation that they possess. Why? Because they unite. Maybe they don't unite exactly upon what they believe, but they unite upon their harb against Ahlul Sunnah because they are at war with Ahlul Sunnah. This group, Al-Ittihad, who is a group that they used to have bay'ah, allegiance. They took the allegiance, which is saying muhdatha, bid'ah, an innovation that you go to a man and you pledge your allegiance for this group. And it's a political party. Because all they ever wanted, they wanted to take the leadership in Somalia. That's it. Not for Islah, of a Tawheed, because their effort wasn't spent in Tawheed. But a political movement. It was a political movement which fell on its face. And a lot of the people you see around you, either they're still part of Ittihad, or they've left the group, but the ideology has remained. They've left the group, but the ideology has remained in their heads. So this masjid upon this stage, it is clear. We don't even have to speak and make a ruling with regards to it. A masjid of Hizbiyah, which is apparent from their actions and that which they're upon. As for the ulama, then Jazahumullahu khairah, the brothers at Troy, they phoned Sheikh Zayd al-Madkhali, who's spoken upon this matter. Sheikh Rabi' ibn Hadi al-Madkhali, who's spoken upon this matter. Sheikh Falih al-Harbi, Sheikh Abdul Malik al-Ramadani, Sheikh Abdul Muhsin al-Abbad, from the ulama of this age, who's spoken about this matter. And like I always, and I advise the brothers from Troy, ignore these people, get on with your da'wah. These people, they're going to be what they're upon. Because their love and hate is not for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, it's for their group, for their party or their people. Get on with your da'wah and proceed, teach and educate the people. But the problem is, wallahu a'lam, that those from them who claim Salafiyah and propagate it, even them they're not clear. Even them themselves, they're not clear. Because you see them saying, I love the Sunnah and I refute the innovators. And I'm against the people of innovation. But they spread their tapes in their bookshops. Ishhada. What is this? So we advise the brothers and sisters, with regards to this masjid, don't take no ilm from them. Don't attend their lessons. Don't use them as reference points. Why? Because even like the brother mentioned, even in their manhaj, their methodology, they're not clear. And we do not say that the brothers in Troy are scholars. We're not scholars. But we say we link the people to the scholars. And I heard somebody say that this Bashir is the muhaddith of Canada. Who made him a muhaddith? What's the president of Canada's name? Did he point him and say, you're the muhaddith of Canada? Like one person in Britain, it was said that he is the Qadi of Britain. So one of the mashayikh said, did Tony Blair appoint him as the Qadi? Who appointed him? Secondly, who said he's a muhaddith? Where's your ijazah? Come with it and produce it. And show us. For indeed there is no scholars in the West. But why is this? Why are they elevating one another? MashaAllah, Abu Khadija, alim, scholar, muhaddith. Why would I do this? Because I'm calling you to my hizb. Because Abu Khadija, he be what I'm upon. And if you believe that he's a scholar and he's not, you're going to gather around him. And that's what they do. That's why you look at their list and you go to their web page. Sheikh, 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 sheikh. Everybody's a sheikh. Everybody with them is a sheikh. MashaAllah, Canada has hundreds of mashayikh. Better than some Islamic countries like we said yesterday. Why? Because they want to call you to their group and their party and they want you to be fooled. Blind, keep you in darkness. Keep you ignorant. What's the easiest way to to prevent a person or try to prevent him from the truth, keep him in darkness. Don't give him any knowledge. So that's why we advise our brothers and sisters. The first thing that you must do is seek al-ilm, knowledge. Listen to the tapes of the ulama. Ibn Uthaymeen has Thalathat al-Usul, the explanation. Muhammad Aman al-Jami, Shaykh Ubaid, Kitab al-Tawheed, the explanation. Fawzan has an explanation. Ibn Uthaymeen has the explanation of Wasitiyah. And other books which they've explained. Read them and study them. Don't rely upon these people who want to call you to their group and party. And inshallah, if you want details, tapes and statements, then inshallah go to the brothers at Troy's, because they have their speech on tape. I'm not saying what I think they said. It is recorded on tape. Hear their voices. And likewise, we say anybody who is with them and lectures in their masjid, whoever he is, if he knows what they're upon, he's like them. Treat him the same. He is like them, treat him the same if he knows what they are upon. And he's been advised and he doesn't leave them. This is the manhaj of the Salaf. And inshallah, maybe if the brothers agree tomorrow, instead of a sunnah, maybe we can talk about this principle. Righteous companions and leaving the people of innovation. So like we said, the one who is with them is like them, and we remind those brothers who spread the tapes of Sharif Abdul Noor, we treat you like we treat Sharif Abdul Noor. Why? Did I say so? No. Alhamdulillah, I have the tape of Sheikh Ahmed al-Najmi with me in my bag that I brought from Britain when I phoned him and asked him about people in Britain who were spreading the tapes of this innovator. He said, Yu'allam, he's taught, فَإِنْ أَصَّرْ, if he continues upon this, abandon him and leave him. So when you see these people, no matter who they are, no matter how much they ascribe themselves to Salafiyah, if they continue upon spreading the tapes of the innovators and the Hizbiyun, advise them, clarify to them. If they continue, leave them. Why? Because you are repelling the evil from this ummah. Because other than you might be fooled. So like we said, inshallah, knowledge is the key to all good. As the brother mentioned the ayah, when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made al-khashya specific to the scholars. إِنَّمَا يَخْشَى اللَّهَ مِنْ عِبَادِ الْعُلَمَاءِ. Indeed, those who fear the scholars with khashya, out of awe, are the scholars. Why? Because they have their fear based upon knowledge. That's why the Prophet said, إِنِّي أَتْقَاكُمْ وَأَخْشَاكُمْ لِلَّهِ. I am the most fearing and I have the greatest awe of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala from you. Because the Prophet had the greatest knowledge. And with knowledge, you'll be able to differentiate between all evil. Because Tawheed has an opposite, shirk. So if you understand Tawheed, inshallah you'll understand shirk. Sunnah, if you understand the Sunnah, you'll understand bid'ah. If you understand the ta'ah, you will understand ma'asiyah. So that's why you need ilm. And yes, we should learn about these ahzab, groups and parties. Not so mashallah so we can know all the evil. Because this is a prophetic methodology. To withhold and prevent oneself from falling into it. As the poet said, عرفت الشر لا للشر لكن لتوقيه ومن لا يعرف الشر من الخير يقع فيه. He said, I knew the evil, not for the sake of knowing the evil, because he said the one who does not know the evil, he is on the verge of falling into it. And there was one person, Wajd Ghazawi, one of the Sururiyun who comes from the Mamlaka. He came to Britain and he said, oh, the Salafis, they have this principle and they only rely upon poetry. Based upon jahl. Aywa, the hadith of Hudayfa is a proof of this. Who mentioned it? Not me, Ibn al-Jawzi. In which book? Talbis al-Iblis, I think on the 3rd page. He mentioned this hadith about Hudayfa, about asking about the evil. And he said, this is a prophetic methodology. So learn about these people. And I am telling you, you'll find a lot of people having ta'assub to this masjid. Why? Because they're from their people. And I'll say it sarahatan. Not all, you have a lot. Because they're my people. And even if you come with haqq and tapes and speech of the scholars, they'll reject it. Because it's their people. And this is the ayn of ta'assub al-hizbiyah. So leave them after clarification and get on giving your da'wah with ilm, durus. Open up lessons. And inshallah you will see, and this will lead to all good, bi-idhnillahi ta'ala.